Coffee Club, Coffee Club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Ollie, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 227. And it's a big moment for us because this is our first episode after 2 hours has officially been broken in the marathon. And we're all new men, new people.
Yeah, we did it actually.
How do we feel?
We were the
how do we
ones that
feel in
planned
this
that.
new world? Any different?
No, I was
Does
hoping
it feel
the timeline
anticlimactic?
would change. Dude, the thing is, the way I viewed it, I guess I wasn't there, but it just didn't seem like it should have got way more hype. It didn't seem like it got hyped up
Dude,
enough.
it got a lot of hype.
But I don't know, maybe I was
saw-
on the wrong
I
side of
saw-
social media.
Pat McAfee
Yeah.
talking about it on his show.
And was he there?
Was he there at the marathon?
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Who's
at the
Pat
marathon.
McAfee again?
Pat McAfee,
McAfee, sorry.
the
Like ESPN, like
Oh, okay.
the
Big
ESPN
dog.
show guy.
Big dog.
I do like him.
He's a big dog.
It was on morning. It made Morning Brew.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then that's all I care about. If it made Morning Brew
Made
Daily.
MBD. It was everywhere.
Imagine
it was
being-
absolutely everywhere.
Imagine being that amazing and that fit. Just crazy shit.
Just the way they did it. Like,
Yeah,
well,
it's
obviously
crazy.
we're going to get to it, but it made it
Crazy
look.
stuff.
It made it look like not a big deal.
And also a debut in there as well. Not bad.
there's also
It's
there's
just silly behavior.
you can be cynical about it. You can come in a lot of angles. I mean, we're probably going to take every single angle at it. So look forward to that later in the episode. Before we do get into it, I just got back from an awesome trip out to Mississippi and Utah, two places that I really wanted to go to. And I did get some lovely beans from the fans out there. So we have some quick shout outs.
Two great states.
Dude, let me tell you. First one, Dylan came to the Fleet Feet on run. Awesome dude, was rocking the OG Coffee Club shirt. I mean, if anyone's ever rocking our merch, it absolutely makes our day and it's so special. And I did a lot of the 5K run from the shop with him, got to catch up with him and learn a bit about his life, which is awesome. And he has beans from J. Brooks Premium Coffee Roasters, Memphis. And then also, these beans come from Bottle Tree Bakery. I feel really bad because I can't remember her name who gave them to us, but she was an amazing lady. She has to send in her name so that we can give her a shout out. But she grows turmeric at her house and does homemade like ginger turmeric shots that she gave Cinch and I a bunch of them.
Do love a ginger turmeric shot.
She sounds like she should start a business doing the turmeric.
I think she sells them at the local.
She should
farmers
definitely do
market.
that. I think that's hype.
Spicy. And then these two come from Utah. First one is from Riley, the La Baba, from Riley in Utah, the great Rift Valley of the U.S., which love that shout out. Apparently that's an Ed Eyestone line.
I haven't heard that.
That's a quote from
That
him.
sounds like Eyestone would say that.
But it actually does. I mean, I've never been to the Rift Valley, so I don't really have a point of comparison. But going and experiencing Utah, it is all in a valley. There are a fuck ton of people running really fast there. So I get the comparison. 100% I get it. And these ones, this is from Cafe Ibis, and this is from Coulter. Dude, this guy, I ran with him a bunch on the First Performance. Use code MORG20 at firstperformance.com. Shout out. Sorry, I just have to do that every time I say them now. I ran with him a bunch on the run that we did it was on Saturday morning. Guys, just get into the Utah trip a bit more. It's so funny. Like, they're so lovely. They're so welcoming there. It was like a big group of people. It was like a movie where I don't know if you guys have seen them. I'm sure you have, George. There's a bike path that they often do long runs and stuff on.
Yeah.
And that's where I was. And it was like a massive group of us for the group run, like kids from BYU, kids from Utah Valley, like kids from all over running together. So it just felt like I was like in a Clayton YouTube video, which was an awesome experience.
Were you in a Clayton YouTube video?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't see him.
The views would be pretty amazing, I imagine.
Oh, dude, a man can dream. But Coulter, he had such a cool story. So he works for a company that is based, I think, like North Salt Lake, maybe Ogden. I think they're called Envy. They're a cycling company, and they are the the exclusive sponsor for, I think it was the wheels and maybe the handlebars for Team UAE. So I was running with him, and he was telling me about how 2 weeks before he was at Paris-Roubaix in the car helping out Tade when he had his bike changes.
That's pretty amazing.
He was an awesome
We
guy.
love to see that guy fucking ripping it. So fit, man.
Is the running not that good? Why are they always on a bike path?
So that's it. That's the big thing with Utah, is that it's all paved, essentially. You have to travel.
No wonder they get so good at the marathon.
Yeah,
No wonder they're always fucking injured too.
Yeah, and they do all their runs very fast.
Yeah,
it was
holy
we
shit.
took off on the group run, and this was Saturday morning. I gotten in Friday night from Mississippi, so we were feeling a bit tired. And I like to start my runs between 7:30, 8-minute pace, regardless. Dude, they just
First
take off
mile.
6-minute pace like the front guys. I found out after that those guys were doing a long run, which because it was Saturday morning, which they averaged 5:45 pace for. So
That's
that made a bit
standard.
more sense.
That's standard fitness there.
Yeah,
But that's pretty amazing to see in Utah anyway. You get to see it firsthand.
it was lovely. Apparently, all the soft surface. I think there are a couple of spots in like the valley or town. I don't know what they refer to it, like the foothills of the mountains.
Like a lull?
What we would
The
call
lull?
it here. But if you go up to Park City,
Yep.
that's where you can get a lot more of the soft surface.
Surely no college kids going up to Park City though.
Does it have a lot of parks?
So. There are a lot of parks there. I actually did my long run there. Drove past a couple of parks.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's cool. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about either Mississippi
many.
or Utah?
I've literally
I
so
have
many
a lot,
questions.
People
but
from
I'll
the
let,
south
I'll let George go
or
first.
Mormons?
How many hours do we have?
Where do we begin?
Oxford birthday recap, really quick.
Did-
Got so many birthday wishes. That was so nice, actually.
Yeah, thank you so much to all the fans out there that send in the lovely messages, both on the Instagram and the YouTube. It
Jordy and I
really
will pay you guys at some
made
point.
my
to-
day.
We
Can
were
you
just
talk
cold,
about
we were
that?
just cold calling people.
yeah.
Fucking
messages.
wish.
It was like an election, but just like, hey, have you wished Morgan happy birthday yet? Yes. Okay, do it
I'm
now.
just
hang on.
calling to make sure.
We'll give you a $3 subscription to Coffee Club. Yep. Okay. Bye.
So birthday was the busiest birthday that I've ever had. It was, well, do you guys count flying as being busy? Because one time I was on a flight my entire birthday to China. So that was an interesting birthday. This one, I had double tea that day. It was our first like proper day in Oxford. So we had a lot of exploring to do. We had the Fleet Feet on event in the evening after my double tea. And then we went out
Wow.
for dinner.
To
after
a very
that.
nice restaurant.
What a day.
Cynthia told me.
St. Leo. It was lovely.
St. Leo.
Oxford, Mississippi is an awesome, like I love the South. I think it's just so different from where any of us went to school. It's very unique. It's pretty much like you're in a big forest the entire time. It's just so like, it's just trees and so dense. And you can be next to the school and you wouldn't even know because it's just like there's trees all around you. The one thing that is weird, and I don't know if I would love this, is you essentially have to drive everywhere. It doesn't seem like the most walkable or bikeable place because everyone's just driving cars between like classes and different buildings.
Was Cinta just going down memory lane?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. It was funny because she hadn't been back there for 4 years, so she had to remember all the different spots. But
It was the best sunsets in the world, right?
sunset's absolutely amazing. Blow your mind.
Picture perfect.
Pretty amazing.
You guys have never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I haven't been there.
And there was the pretty fit Cinta and Mario coming out of Oxford, Mississippi. So
Oxford, Mississippi.
The track was super nice. I mean, the weather was obviously really nice. The double T was great. I went out to have this nice paved loop that I went to in the morning, and then evening was on the track with a bunch of, I got to meet a few of the kids from the team, which was really cool. They're all like a good vibe. They got a cool setup there because their locker room is right next to the track. So it's all like one little thing,
that's pretty cool.
So
Yeah.
Okay,
great
Utah.
place to run.
Did you go to Swig?
Yes. Yeah, we did. Yeah, they picked it up for us, which was amazing. And it was definitely...
How much sugar did you consume
Brother,
in
that
that
shit is
big
like-
gulp?
guys, if I'm not
Was it
trying
like
to...
a half gallon or something?
You can get up to like the 44 ounces is the big size. And apparently, I didn't see this firsthand, but apparently in the mornings, like on a normal school morning or a normal work morning, it's just like the drive-thru is just a massive queue of people getting their 44 ounce. For anyone who doesn't know what this is, could you explain to them what these, are they referred to as soda shops maybe?
Dirty sodas, I think.
Dirty
It's like
sodas.
the Mormon equivalent of like coffee or like drinking. Or like they don't drink and they don't have coffee. So instead they just crush soda like nothing else.
But it
And-
has to be specific soda, right? They don't.
Well, no, it's normal soda, but then they just chuck a bunch of shit in it.
Yeah, but they
have
can't drink.
extra
They can't
mixes
drink
of
Coke.
soups.
Well, I don't fucking know about that
Like
stuff. but
Pepsi.
maybe it's Pepsi products,
Pepsi, no Coke.
but it's like you order like it's like Dr. Pepper and then it's got like coconut cream and lime and like
Let's just say
what'd you get?
That's literally what, like the one that we had, like Cinta had, like it was like a mojito type thing. So
Yeah.
And my one was, I think it was called the Tommy Bahamas, and the base of it was Fresca, like the passion fruit, and then it just had,
Yeah.
it just tasted like passion
did you
fruit.
immediately
It
get a
was
headache
really-
after drinking it?
Yeah, I couldn't finish it, and I think we had the smallest size, And I did about a third or a half of it. I was like, wow.
Hey,
that
at
was
least
pretty
you
good
attempted
effort.
it. That's pretty.
Could you get a
pretty good
Mountain Dew
move.
one? Ollie would have been in here.
I'm sure you could.
What would you mix into your Mountain Dew? What's the dream?
Extra Mountain Dew. No, I would do the OG Mountain Dew.
You concentrate the Mountain Dew. You get it, and then you evaporate some of the water away.
Add Mountain
so
Dew
it's-
syrup.
You know those like fizzy pop rocks?
Yeah.
Chuck that shit in there.
You can
And then
get
the
ones-
ice cubes would just be like just sugar cubes. And then
Can
have
you get
the
ones with
Mountain
like
Dew.
actual fruit?
Yeah, so you can get like fruit purees.
that
and
would
stuff.
ruin the taste of the soda.
It's too healthy.
That would ruin the taste of high
It's got,
fructose corn
it's
syrup.
got a lot of sugar though, like a fruit.
Well, that's
puree
why it's
does.
amazing, and that's why everyone's so fit there. You know, you just got to freaking
I would have gone something
Send
like what you got. Something tropical vibes with like cream
Like fruity.
and like mango puree or something.
Yeah, since
That's where I'm leaning.
Since it's one of mine,
I've
I
never
think
been.
They both had a coconut cream in them, which
That
actually
sounds pretty good.
tasted really
that
good.
sounds pretty good.
It was like I can imagine after a long run on a hot day.
Dude,
Unfortunately, it was
hit.
raining the entire time we were there. That was tough.
mm,
But on a hot day like that, oof.
easily. Apparently they're expanding like no tomorrow. So
They're-
maybe
they're
they'll
leaving
come.
Utah.
I think they have already.
Wow,
Well, in fact, don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure
we're pretty close. To
George Beamish,
Um,
we are moving to Denver.
like if they start one of those here, I reckon
They would know that.
the cyclist crowd, I feel like would get behind it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I
like
don't think-
stopping at one of those on a ride for like a couple 100 grams of carbs mid ride, that has to be beneficial.
Yeah, it's everything you need. But yeah, overall, Utah was amazing. I got to meet the people there are so friendly. The FOS team was awesome. They looked after us. We had a lot of fun. Shot a bunch of content, which will be coming out soon. It
You
was-
shot who? Oh, content. Sorry.
Yeah, you've heard of her.
Yeah.
But I just gotta like comment on the Mormons, dude. They're so friendly, nice people. But it's just so funny because this is not a diss at all. This is just a observation. They're in their young 20s. And you guys remember being a young 20-year-old at one point. You're kind of just a fucking idiot, right? And
I was.
I'm not saying
How many-
they're fucking idiots, but I'm saying that's just like they're not different from us at our young 20s, except they all have wives
And kids.
and kids. So imagine
Mate,
that.
when I was
How-
young 20, I couldn't look after myself.
How's our listenership in Utah?
Dude, I think it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. They love their running there. Like the running community
Yeah.
there is booming.
Mm.
It's massive. Like we go out for the run on that bike path. So many people out there, like very fit, like serious looking runners.
Yeah, pretty amazing to see, honestly, how fit they are up there. But coffee club, any coffee club shout outs when you'd run past? Would they know you, or would they just be more
Yeah,
like,
we got good love out there
Yeah.
in Utah,
Oh,
dude. They
nice. Shout out to Utah.
the
Sweet.
Mormon.
Maybe we got some Mormon
church.
listeners.
Hey, we respect it. If they wanted us
Absolutely.
to have us on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, our number is with Tom Wang. So we would love to do an appearance. Maybe we could do like a show, like we
Please
can like
inquire.
we can host like a episode recap.
A spin-off reality TV show.
about like the runners, like the Secret Lives of running Mormon wives.
That'd be spicy.
Mhm.
That'd be really good.
Yes.
We should pitch that. But yeah, that was the trip. It was an awesome time. Now we're back in Boulder, grinding it out,
reality.
back to work. Always love it to get back to here.
Mhm.
Before we get any further, do have an AmazeFit shout out. Use code COFFEE at checkout for 15% off at amazefit.com. And we got to give a special shout out again to the Cheetah 2 Pro. What sound does the cheetah make? Yeah, something like that.
I think it is like it's like cat like.
There's a cat sound. They the craziest thing is they make a weird sound at night though.
What does that sound like?
What do they like bark?
They make some like like it sounds like a unnatural sound.
It's like hyenas at night.
Yeah,
where
like
they
a
just,
growling sound. Yeah, something like that. But I mean, cheetahs are pretty amazing creatures and they're very fit, so it fits the mold to name the watch after the Cheetah Pro.
Yeah, just to give some more specifics to the Cheetah 2 Pro, lightweight, durable, and built to stay out of the way while keeping every split and metric right where you need it. Structured workouts, Zep coach plans, and seamless sync with Runner, Training Peaks, and Strava bring direction to your training, not just volume. Up to 20 days of battery, 31 hours in accurate GPS, and the metrics that help you understand the work, lactate threshold, running power, gait, and finish time predictions.
See, I feel sorry for the people that didn't grow up with this in their running careers. Man, it would have been so hard to
Probably not going
to measure all that stuff, and now you have all this information just on your wrist. It's kind of crazy.
Probably not going to make it. Anyway, London recap. So you guys are probably already burnt. By the time this episode comes out, everyone is probably burnt out on the amount of hype behind or after this London race with the sub 2 hours from Sebastian Sawe, 1:59.30. Yomif also breaking 2 hours in second in his debut, and Kip Limo coming third, also under the previous world record. This is on the men's side, obviously. Women's side, how do you say her first name? Tisks Asefa, 2:15.41, winning, breaking her own women's only record by a narrow margin. Helen,
Just
a
ahead
close
of Helen.
second. Amazing races across the board. London really showed out this year. And I mean, going into it, there was obviously a lot of chatter with how good the field was. Sebastian Sawe, his record in his first, I think this was his fourth marathon, has been crazy. He's the one that was famous for Berlin. He was going to be attacking the marathon world record, but unfortunately Berlin had, I think the temperatures were in like the 70s last year, so it was not going to happen. And famously before that, this is how confident he was. I'm sure everyone has already heard this as well. He got drug tested 25 times in the few months leading up into that race just to prove his
I do love that
innocence.
from Adidas.
He kind of, okay, and apparently it's a $50,000 investment from them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big time. But he kind of has to because his coach is, I'm not going to, I feel bad. Well, okay, this is a tough one because his coach hasn't ever been actually found guilty of anything, but he's been associated with quite a few famous athletes that have tested positive. He used to be under Rosa. Apparently Rosa threw him out because too many athletes from his specific camp tested positive. And there was some very high profile ones maybe 10 plus years ago in Kenya. So I think his coach knows now that he has to do this. Otherwise, I mean, especially with the recent history of in the marathon, what we've seen like in Kenya, it hasn't been great. So I think he kind of had to do this. He also coaches Emmanuel Wanyoni, which is kind of crazy.
What?
Yeah.
That's some crazy range.
But yeah, what do we even think about sub 2 hours coming?
Arguably, or maybe not even arguably, just the greatest men's marathon of all time. Like 3 guys breaking a world record. You come third in 2 hours, 20 seconds and you're like an afterthought. You're barely making the news.
Especially going out in 60-30.
Is absurd.
And apparently the second half is slower than the first half.
Mm.
So
It is
59.
How many were they? 59.01 second half.
Something like that.
How many countries' national records are even 59.01 or better?
I think that's one hand.
Like it has to be one hand.
I think it's like 3 or 4. Right?
Not even the US, right?
The US
No,
is 59.
not the US.
Whatever man's ran
Teens.
last year.
I think it's teens.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
thinking
gotta-
of Andreas. I'm thinking of Kenya, Ethiopia. There's probably a couple of others that I'm missing.
I'd say it's about 5 or 6, surely, yeah.
And they're just closing in that second half. But I mean, after watching all these American guys who run 60 minutes to like 59:30, all of them go run 2:05. I think it does make sense that if you can run 57 minutes, you run 3 minutes faster for a half marathon, you probably can run 5 or 6 minutes faster for a marathon.
The math does add up. I don't want to, so we cannot like praise this run and the run from all these people enough. I don't want it to seem like we're coming across negative. I just have this question because, the praise has already been given so much, but I have this question just to keep things spicy. 2013-14, the record was 2:03 already, or 2:04, something in that range. How much do you guys think we could attribute that 3 to 4 minutes from technology? And how much do you think you could attribute to improved running ability?
Does fueling count as technology?
I would say so. Like,
It's knowledge.
external factors, shoes and fueling.
If we're counting carbs, I think a lot.
Yeah.
Like, are you saying if those guys had
Back then,
120 grams of carbs an hour in these shoes, they might have run too flat?
I'm just wondering. Like, there's an argument there. I think it's a 3 to 4% difference.
I think the one thing I look at it is in two
Maybe.
distinct ways. Is the first way is there have been people commenting on social media about how everyone's running fast and is ruining certain things about the marathon running
Shout out to
sport.
Scott Fable.
I think it's amazing what everything's going on and like how incredibly fit everyone is. I think though, you look at the competition, it was amazing. The competition was amazing. The times are incredible, but the competition was amazing. The competition is still there, and it was in 2013. The one thing that people have to understand is it's the same on the track. Why people are running so quick is like technology, not just technology, but knowledge is catching up. People are starting to intake a lot of knowledge about how their sport functions, what they need to do to be better, not just from the shoe side of it, but also from like the fueling side, the recovery side. Like all those things are so crucial, and you can see that that's now starting to have a dramatic effect. I mean, yeah, 203 was the world record. Now it's 159. It's probably going to get down to 158, 157. Like it's probably going to continue, and that's a great thing to be excited about. But the one thing that I think that we should love and really, really cherish is that these competitions, these battles between these amazing athletes is still continuing. It's not just like a lone 1-2 guys or 1-2 women. It's a big battle. And like even in Boston with all the Americans running so quick, like that's such a cool thing for the sport. And the times can sometimes take that away from how good these guys are and how much they're intaking all this knowledge. So for me, like it's super exciting. I mean, the one thing that I just can't get over with is that your first ever marathon, you run sub 2. And that's
You're such a fucking baller,
it's just such a baller move. It's just so cool. And like, if you think about it, and I spoke to,
I wonder if you should just not do another one.
yeah, honestly, but I spoke to Dathan about it. I was like, Dathan, like, I mean, you've run so many marathons and like obviously had your career. Like, imagine running sub 2 in your first marathon. Like, they'd be like, how would you process like going back and like, okay, I can run better. Like, you can't run sub 2 anymore. And he's like, yeah, it's like a crazy feeling because like for him, the conditions were great. Everything worked out well. Ran a really good race, competed with some of the best marathon runners ever, but you're going to walk away and be like, that's my first one. I still got so much more improvement, potentially. It's crazy.
It's funny they're coming at it from such different places. Like, Kajalcha's been one of the best track runners in the world for the past, like, decade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every year we're like, every day, it seems like 364 days a year, he's the best runner in the world. Somehow he would not win worlds.
And Worlds
Yeah.
is the second best.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does have medals for sure, but it was like, how is anyone going to beat this dude? And then someone does.
He's
at
always
World Champs.
consistently been at the top, but he's never like win. Like,
And then
win it.
Sarway's 5K PR is like 1340 or something.
Is it really? He probably
like-
was ran that. He probably broke that at the end of the race.
every single 5K he ran probably like has just no track times whatsoever. Like they've just like met in the middle and they're running within 10 seconds of each other.
It is cool to see. I mean, again, yeah, it goes back to just like all the different storylines that surround something like this, and you come at it from so many different angles. But then at the end of the day, like when everyone's out there on the course, it's just another race. And I do agree with you, Ollie. It's like the takes after Boston maybe didn't age that well. I guess the takes were slightly different because the takes were more about, well, Scott Fable's take specifically was about like the shoes meaning people don't die. But yeah, the race at London was undeniably on both the men's and women's side such amazing races, and you just had, as you said, is the best people in the world trying to run as quick as possible
and racing each other as well at the same time.
Racing each other. I mean, the men, I didn't watch the whole race, but I watched the finish, and just the shock when it's, you see them drop a 4:12
Yeah.
mile.
Someone said their last 600 was like 130.
130. It's like, what the hell is happening right now? And they look amazing. I mean, but
Yeah, they look good.
they're dropping Kiplimo, who is arguably one of the best runners in the world. I mean, he is one of the
Multiple
best runners in the world.
world cross country champ.
And it's just absolutely amazing to see. And on the women's side, that was like a proper battle, and they went out so fast. It is awesome, and it was such an amazing race, and good for London. I mean, like,
It's good for running, man. I mean, next year, London Marathon is going to be in 2 separate days because of the amount of people that want to do the marathon. Like, running in itself is a sport. Maybe track is a different situation, but road running, marathon running is such a big boom. It's a multi-billion-dollar business now. They're making a lot of money off it, and hopefully,
when do we
these stories
see
will
that
continue.
money?
That's a good question.
That money is coming
actually.
through a self-reserve account managed by Wang Industries, and then it goes through Gus, and then Gus has a gambling problem that I'm trying to deal with right
So
now.
that all gets filtered out.
It gets filtered out, and then we get maybe a couple pennies and a McChicken.
Some kibble.
Some kippy. But I mean, it's such a growing business because like Dathan,
Yeah.
when he was there in London, when I spoke to him because I was asking like, well, what's it like compared to Boston, London? He said like professionalism wise, it's like really amazing. Like how they look after the athletes, how things are managed, how things are, they do a really good job in London Marathon. But he said like the hype around the eliteness of the athletes as well as like the general jogger that's out there doing a charity work run for the marathon, or they're breaking a personal record. He said it's hype. Like it's just so many people involved and invested. It's a massive business there. So separating into 2 days, I'm wondering if New York and Boston will will follow at some point if they're going to get to the point where people are just there's just an overstimulated.
I feel like New York would.
Yeah,
New York's
I
got
mean,
a
the
lot.
amount of people that
Boston-
have heard that want to do these races and like can't get into them.
There's a lot of people that complain about it, which I think like, dude, just do the 2 days. Let them run it. Like it's such
It's
a good
crazy.
thing to have all these people exercise and be out there and be part of that community. It's pretty amazing.
It is a good thing for sure.
Mm.
The other, it was so funny because this was on like literally the same day, just in America. So what's that, 7-8 hours later?
Yeah.
The debut of Vincent Maury, 2:05:54 at the Glass City Marathon in Toledo. When I saw this,
the prestigious Toledo Marathon.
when I saw this, dude, I was like, I was so amazed, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I immediately went to his Strava and scrolled through as much as I could. The way he operates, so cool. Just like coaches himself and just grinds. He does 110 miles a week, averaging 5:45 pace across that 110
Holy
miles. He
shit.
does a lot of his running on the treadmills. Just massive workout days. I mean, even like, but
No carbon plates, apparently.
yeah, also crazy. None of that, like, even none of that, like, is comparable to the idea of doing 2:05 solo in your debut in just a race in America.
So what's the
Did any pacemaking?
yeah?
Can't have, right?
No,
And what's the course like? Is it just
apparently it's actually decently fast, but I think it's flat, but it has a lot of turns.
Mm.
I think one of the crazy things is that he didn't even mean to do that marathon. Did you see that?
Yeah,
He was meant to
dude,
run.
I know everything
I
about
text Snyder about it. I was like, because he was
Carmel
meant to
Marathon.
run Carmel Indiana Marathon like the week before, and then the whole thing got cancelled for something weather, I think. And so he was like, all right, fuck, what's the next closest marathon to where
Well,
this dude lives in Ohio?
Yeah.
A week later, so maybe an extra week taper is the secret.
Well, his taper was not that aggressive if you look at his Strava compared to what I've seen from some other athletes like Joe, for example. And he definitely, he said, I listened to some of his interviews, he said that extra week like gave him a ton of confidence because he actually really started to feel really good every day. Like the day before the race, he did 5 or 6 miles at like 5:48 pace. So you could
I
just
saw
tell
that.
that he was
locked in,
feeling good.
feeling amazing?
Which that was
feeling
his
fit.
average run pace for the thing, which is crazy. But he'd just do these massive training days. He'd do Sundays. His Sunday long runs would look like, I think, what a lot of modern marathoners' long runs look like, where they just do really long with some fast efforts, and you end up getting a really quick average pace for like up to 24
So like our marathons.
miles. Yeah, I mean, like your long runs,
Yeah.
exactly. But then his Tuesdays are the craziest thing because he would do double workout days. I don't know if you could classify these as double threshold days. I think they're just double
Threshold
tempo
plus. Threshold
days. Yeah, where he would get in an hour 40 of work,
Yeah, it's a lot.
plus. Ugh.
and oftentimes both being on the treadmill. So he just do this crazy.
Does he
big
watch
days.
Does he watch
It's
anything
a
on the treadmill? Or
machine.
does he listen to music? I want to know like how he's staying sane.
Apparently, well, yeah, that's a great question because a lot of this was done at I think Planet Fitness, Anytime Fitness,
Holy
on just their
yes.
treadmill. A lot of his runs, he would. I know too much about him now. He would talk about how he's like on the phone a lot of a run. So I think he was always just chatting to people.
which is great for his aerobic capacity.
Yeah, it's like hypoxic training.
Yeah, hypoxic training. Yeah, that's amazing. Wow, that guy's so fit.
But I just can't imagine the idea of, I guess, like the marathon, technically, you're running a pace that you can run.
I know,
You know what I mean?
that's the thing. Like, how many 205 marathoners are out there that came, 70th at NCAA Cross
How many? That's a great
and are
question.
running like 13:30s, but
They just don't know.
they're just are not in the marathon. Just fucking go to the marathon right now.
he's gonna.
Anyone
obviously-
out
He's
there
young as
listening?
well.
Yeah.
Like, is that what the marathon is? It just requires like a completely different athlete, and you don't even know you're good at it if you were just running on the track. Like, you don't have to be winning NCAAs on the track to be a good marathoner. Apparently, you just
Not
need
even
it
just a
in-
good marathoner, like one of the great, I think he's
Yeah.
top 5 Americans.
faster
in
than
history.
faster than Galen has ever run, and he was like, "Yeah, it's Galen."
I really want to know what
explanation.
the meet, like that Toledo meets, like saw when he crossed the line. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I'm
Did
pretty
he-
sure
did
they
he-
weren't ready. Like, I think the normal winning time is around like 2:20 there.
And he was just like 15
Like,
minutes
did this
ahead.
guy cut the course? Like,
Did they question it? I just want to know like everything about that finish of like, wait, he's already finishing?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the whole run is on his Strava, obviously, so you can see it
So
all,
you can
see the
it all.
splits.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't, this is I think this is actually a good thing. And I think this is definitely the way that you want to do it. But when he was running, he had no idea if he splits or anything. Oh, actually, well, he knew his average pace, but he didn't do the maths in his head to work out exactly what that meant for his finishing time. On his watch, he had, I think, current pace and average pace for the run. I believe that's what he said. So
What's 205 average pace?
I think it's below 450. I think it's 445 to 450.
Oh, yeah. Is it right on like 3-minute Ks? I think it must be.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I think it's around there. So that's all he knew. But I think like he said when he came into because it finished in a stadium, he thought he saw 209 on the clock. So that's like how much of a difference, like how, out of it, I guess you could say, in terms of like being connected to like the specific finishing time. Like he was like, oh, I'm about to run 209. And then he's like crosses like, oh no, that's actually a 5. So cool.
What the heck, man?
Yeah.
So funny. I
love that.
I love it.
So kudos to you, man. We would love to have you on the podcast. I'm sure that you're doing an absolute podcast tour right now. So
Yeah, he's probably booked up with interviews.
put us
And
on-
anyone else who came 70th at Cross, just get on AI, get yourself a coaching plan, and just run a ton. And then, I don't know, maybe you run 205.
Yeah. This is super random. Going back to my bean shout out. I have the name. It just got texted to me. Monica Dawson, Bottle Tree Bakery. Thank you so much for the
Thank
beans
you,
and the
Monica.
turmeric and ginger shots. You were lovely. Now we're going to do something a little bit different that we've actually never tried this before. So I don't really know how it will go. We're calling in someone from the Discord and we're going to go through a tier list of the different singlets out there, which is something that we promised that we would do last week. So I don't know how this is going to go. Ivan, can you hear us?
I can. Hello.
Ivan, welcome to the Coffee Club podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing lovely. How are you?
We're good. We're really good. We're really excited to go through all these singlets with you. I'll put through so this is what happened for everyone that's listening. On the Discord, they made a tier list for the singlets and these pictures were taken from the Boston Marathon. So it's not literally every single pro singlet for this year, but it's a good chunk of them. And then on the Discord, a bunch of people did their own versions of the tier list. And then someone on the Discord did a aggregate of all these. And so we have, I guess you could call it kind of like the official Discord overall
The final
tier list.
standings, as you will.
And I had to call Ivan in because I made another claim. Okay, so I bet my car again. In
No,
the
you
Discord,
didn't. So-
which I just so everyone knows, I kept it last week. No one did make it to both of the meet and greets. But
Come on, guys. I forgot about that.
but I said, if you can name every single pro singlet that's out there for this year, I will give you my car, because I thought that it was impossible. And so I thought that we had to call in Ivan, one, to help us through with any of the singlets.
Yeah, and
that
for
we
the
didn't know.
record, no one. You corrected us immediately.
So
You didn't have to give it away again.
No one has my car now, but also Ivan is the default. He's the representative for the Discord, because I have to warn you, Ivan, when I showed this list to the boys before the episode, some of the choices were a bit controversial.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm agreeing with the Discord here.
I'm excited to argue.
So we'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
So we're going to go through them, and there'll be the picture up on the screen for anyone who would like to see it. I mean, this is a very visual exercise.
We'll describe them
We'll describe
as well.
in vivid detail.
We're going to start at the
Start at the bottom.
bottom, surely.
Yeah. So the only one in the D category is the gray Adidas kit. Ivan, do you know the significance of this singlet? Does it represent something, or is it just their standard pro kit?
I think it's just their standard pro kit. I think the guy who wore it in Boston, or anyone who wore it in Boston, was just like an Adidas pro.
So you think you think D category is appropriate for this one?
Yeah, it's kind of too plain, and like Adidas has been using this like pattern for like a couple of years now. They used it last year, and I think the year before, and they just picked worse colors this year.
I agree with that.
It's just down.
I agree with that. 100%.
It looks like it's been through the washing machine like a few too many times, and now it's just all washed out.
They were trying to save costs, so the black one, it was just a faded version of that they just recycled, which is great for the environment. But
I think that belongs down there. That one's valid.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
so D category is just the light gray Adidas kit. In the C category is where the other two Adidas kits rest, and that's I think is it just black, that one, and then there's a dark blue one as well.
What can you tell us about those, Ivan?
I want to say, I actually think Benson Caputo was wearing the D tier one.
Ah.
I couldn't even tell you who was wearing these two. I honestly, because they got rid of these like a week later in London. And so I think Adidas saw the writing on the wall and they were like, these gotta look bad.
pull them now. So this is one thing I've never been able to work out with Adidas, because other brands, generally the singlets mean something, a team.
Yeah.
Do these different Adidas ones mean a team, or are they just different singlets you can wear?
That's a
I think
good
they
question.
just randomly send them out.
Like, really just ensure they just pick one on the day, like the given athlete. Because like the American Adidas athletes just wear whatever.
Yeah, that is true. Well, last year was the red one, right? They had the red. It's
Last
the
year
same
was
style.
red.
It's just they had the red. Hobbs wore the red one a lot.
But then they also had
They had
the
a
kind of
yellow-
like purpley,
And they had a yellow
like,
one too.
Not purple, but it was like bluey.
Bluey one.
Like,
Yeah.
There was
like
also a
Hobbs.
whiteout one for medalists. Like when Yonye,
Yeah.
the world champ, he was always wearing.
Which I
Full
think
white.
I think we
So
gave
that was
one
a
some
significant
love.
one. The white one was a significant.
A-Rob.
So okay, what was Yomi and Salwe wearing? Black or blue? One of those two?
Different, right, Ivan?
They were wearing like a red with like, I don't know how to describe it other than a weird golf ball pattern on Salwe's. And then Gazelcha was in like a honestly super nice piece too. He looked super snatched.
Okay.
I have it. I actually have it here on the photo.
Yeah. Okay,
it's-
they didn't make the.
It's a literally like a pinkish. It's pink, but it's got like a pattern design on the front of it.
So would that one go high because it looks good, or just because they broke two?
I think it looks pretty sick.
You think it actually looks better?
What do you think?
It
I'm sure I'm
helps
more-
that he ran 159. But I guess this is the boss. This is only Boston.
If you run sub 2 hours in the marathon, you could wear that grey one and still would be sick. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then
Yeah.
in the C category as well, the other two that are there, one is the black darker Asics one, which I feel like we don't really need to talk about that one. That's just a basic ass singlet. But then the other one, which is potentially more controversial,
which I love.
is that the Flagsmith Elite Kit, which, how do you even describe this one?
Picture I swear they're going for like freaking like Flagstaff in the fall, like Aspen leaves is I feel like what they're going for. Put on a black kit.
I'm so disappointed they didn't use Mike's head. Just put Mike's head on it.
But I don't think the result is great.
Ivan, how would you describe that one?
I would agree with Journey's description of it. Like I think it's supposed to be like a fiery orange, but it kind of just looks like it's giving geeky. I don't think it looks very good. It's like too brown,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really pop.
That's
So it doesn't look very good. Like the paint thing going on. I think it's like a cool choice, but it's just at the bottom, which just makes it look kind of messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like this reference is probably not great for a lot of Americans, but in Australia there's a team called the West Tigers, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. And the West
the
Tigers,
orange and black.
like kits, are notoriously known for being kind of bad. So
Yep.
yeah, that's
Fair.
how I feel about it.
So that's the C category. We're going to speed run through the B category because it's the biggest one, and we'll go from right to left. So the very right one is a Nike kit that has the same or a similar pattern as their regular pro one, but it's in blue and green. And this is where I'm putting you on the spot, Ivan. Do you know what team this kit is for?
I fully admit that I don't. I know it's a group of East African runners, but I couldn't tell you the name. I know Mengesha wore it because he was leading for a while, and that's what
Yeah.
he was wearing.
Yeah, I don't know the team name.
But I couldn't tell you the name.
Based in Ethiopia, though.
Maybe it's a big Addis Ababa crew.
Yeah.
It could be potentially. I mean, there was no logo. Was there a logo on the jersey?
Not that I
Don't
can't
think so.
remember. I actually like this one quite a bit, though.
Yeah, I think the green's too washed out, personally.
Yeah.
But if it was a better green, I reckon it would be higher. I reckon it'd be in the A tier for sure.
Because
I
this
think
looks
that's
similar to their one from like 2 or 3 years ago.
which
I'm
I kind of
surprised the Nike one on the other side is not in a higher tier class. I'll be honest.
We'll get to
We'll get
that.
to that one.
So going along to the one next along is the Asics one in the blue, which is pretty iconic, I guess, because John Courier was wearing this one.
Mhm.
I actually think this kit is pretty basic, though. I think this one could be a C. I think because he won in it, it gets elevated. I don't know. That's just me. You
I
guys
think
like
you're right.
it?
He looked really cool doing it, but it might be a biased opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you can imagine
Because he
yourself
just
in that
looked
jersey,
sick.
Do you reckon
because
he'd look sick?
he was just celebrating on everyone.
Yeah.
The coolest way ever as he ran 201 or something.
201.
And that's how I feel about the next Nike one, the white
The
and
NN.
red and
I
whatever NN is now. I think they have a new sponsor, but Chip the guy was wearing it, and Chip the guy had a really tough day for him. He still ran 206, but it's Chip the guy. So
that middle one for me, I love that Nike kit. I think it looks sick.
You think that could be elevated?
I want that elevated. But that's my personal preference. I just think like if I am a designer, and I'm looking at all these Nike kits, that like we can just separate everyone else. The best Nike kit for me is that one in the middle, the Chip the Guy one, because like the design is cool. It reminds me.
Where do you think they're coming from? Like, what do you think that is?
I wonder if it is like a
It looks like
reference
to an
like
African vibe. It gives me an African
something
vibe.
Uganda. Even
Yeah,
though they're
it's
based
sick. I think the
Netherlands.
pattern's sick. It's
I
very
think it's
different.
a great evolution on the old NN one because I think the
I
old
agree to
NN one
that.
was a bit basic.
I agree to that.
Whereas this one has
Yeah.
good design features. Ivan, what does the Discord say about this?
I think we're in agreement. I think it's one of the better looking Nike ones. I like the like rock formation look of it. I think it's cool. And I also like they kept the orange, which I was worried because they first changed the team name and everything they wore was like black. And I was like, that's so lame.
Yeah, that is lame.
What's
So
their
maybe-
team name now?
I can't speak Dutch.
So
A different Dutch company.
it's a Dutch. Yeah,
They got to work on that branding, I guess. To the left of that,
this is the Brooks kit.
is that the like regular Brooks athlete kit?
Is that what Jess McLean wore?
It's a Brooks kit. Yeah, I mean this one should be in D tier in my opinion.
You think so? I actually think for Brooks they've done pretty. I think they've outdone
I mean
themselves.
Brooks they've been on such a low bar for me personally because it's always high vis.
They do set the bar very low.
Like a plain white jersey puts them in the B tier. I'm sorry.
I
like,
think it's got some
they've
nice-
done nothing.
Ivan, what do you think about this one?
No, I agree with Ollie. We're grading on a curve though.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
like,
true.
We've come really far from like the 2020 like mucus green with like the sauce of blood on it.
Yeah, that was tough.
I remember
Yeah.
that. We've gotten a lot better. I think it's a pleasant color. It's relaxing. I don't know.
Yeah,
It is relaxing.
I'll give it to them. They've improved. We'll give them a little bit of a push up the totem pole. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So, and at the top of the B tier, and these actually are like the order in the tier that they are is also
Like the order of-
representative of
yeah.
like
Is
where
it?
they were put.
Okay.
Top of the B tier, so you could call it a B plus, is the Swish TC based in Eugene that Charles Hicks was wearing.
The Jerry jersey.
The forest green, and I believe he actually had like the Oregon track.
Yeah, the old
logo on
Oregon
it.
track.
I think it was
logo on
a
it. Yep.
throwback OTC kit, and I mean, what's not to love about OTC?
I think the three of us, perhaps this is nostalgia. Maybe we're just old unk status. I think we would put this up in A or S just because of the history.
I'd put it up in
associated with
A for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's just, I think it looks-
Unrelated to Nike, OTC is just cool.
Yeah, I think just the story
History.
and the history, like it brings back the nostalgia of it, particularly like where we are as runners. It's
Yeah.
always been a dream
so
to
much history there.
have that
So
jersey.
I guess my question, Ivan, as representative of the Discord, why did this
Yeah.
jersey only make it into the B tier? Why is it not higher?
I can't speak for everyone. I think the controversy is around the color green.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting.
Well, to be honest, green is used a lot in the jerseys. If you look at like all these jerseys here, there's a lot of greens.
I do love some green.
Fair to say, but green is a popular color. It's a good color.
It's funny that you say that because I would say green is generally like a non-controversial color.
It's not. No. What I'm saying is, it's
No, I mean what
Yeah.
Ivan is saying about the Discord. Like he said, that's the reason why
yeah,
they put
it's
it lower.
controversial.
Whereas I would see like generally like a bright red as being something that either people love or they hate.
But maybe people they're probably sick of green. They're sick of seeing the green. They want to mix it up. Maybe that's why we see some of the other higher ones on this A and S tier aren't green. Besides one.
Well,
Let's get
I
into
think
A tier.
it's
Yeah.
honestly, I think this is where things might get a little bit spicy, might get a little bit controversial. So bottom of the A tier is the OAC kit,
Yeah.
which we think it's a really cool kit.
Yeah.
I'm glad it made A tier according to the Discord.
I mean, it's above many of them. It's a good rating for sure.
To be honest, and I think it's a good jersey. I personally think the individual jersey now for On is better than the OEC one. I think it's
Silver's
cooler.
nice. Silver's
I think
really
it's a
nice.
really cool silver. I like the individual On kit. I think it's really cool. I think the OEC kit is amazing too, but I just think the individual one outbeats our team one. I think it's cool.
We've got Morgan in the jersey in a photo to the side.
Yeah.
And it is the same pattern, if anyone is wondering.
It's got the tiger kind of look too. It's like
It is simply just silver instead of green.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think the pattern pops a little more on the. Well, I guess it makes sense because black's a darker color,
Mhm.
but I think it pops a little more on the black and the silver and white.
Yeah.
Especially the half tights.
Yeah, rather than the green. Which this has been my thing with the OEC kits for a few years now. Is like they've always had really cool patterns, but sometimes it doesn't look. You can't really see the pattern as well on a camera. And I think that it's getting better and better every year. But
I think they're noticing that because you can definitely see the adjustment on how they're designing it.
Mhm.
With On, they're definitely getting to that point where it's like in person looks amazing, but they want to make sure that like if they're getting those photos and people are seeing those athletes on TV, they want to make sure that those designs really pop. So
yeah,
I mean, it's
I'm
going to
need an explanation of these next two. I can't see from here.
There's 3 to go.
So I looked up what the two are. The Brooks one is not that one. The one that I like actually is the it's Hoka, which is
So
next.
Hoka's not on this. Is that Hoka next?
Hoka's next to the On OAC one, and then it's Saucony.
Wait, Ivan, what do we got next?
It's Hoka, yeah. Okay. I think the Hoka one is great. I personally almost put it in S tier. I think Rainbow is in. I think that looks good. I think
Like-
the top looks better.
The design of this, the design slide of it is very cool. I agree with you on that. I do think it beats the S tier.
The next one's gross.
I like the next one.
It's ugly. I wouldn't wear it.
Is this Saucony? What's
Yeah.
the next one?
It's
I don't
Saucony.
like it.
See,
I kind of like it.
I like it because
I
Looks
think
like
the
an old
yellow.
Beast jersey.
I think it's hard to pull off that
does,
yellow,
yeah.
but that yellow isn't a Brooks yellow.
my immediate reaction, the first time I saw it was when I watched Anthony racing one of his indoor races, and I was like, wow, that looks pretty good.
The only issue with this jersey is, I think if you're pasty, you're not looking good in it. To be honest,
You think you need a tan to pull
I
this
think
off?
I think if I wore this, I wouldn't look great. But if George or Morgan coming off, a bit of tan, I think you guys would look quite good in it. So
Ivan, could you defend this one, please?
I think I'm just big. I'm pro like a lot of colors.
Yeah.
I also think when I rated it personally, I also put it in E tier personally, and so I can explain my rationale, which is similar to the Brooks one, where we're grading on a curve. Because I don't know if you remember the original Saucony Pro kits from like the last 2 years, but actually like not okay to wear in public.
Yeah,
Like
fair.
And so I think it's
Everyone.
a long way. It's not perfect. I agree with like Ollie's comment on like the like mucusy yellow green. It's not a super cute color. But overall, I think like the gradient. I think the gradient is really cool.
I
I
think that's what I'm saying.
I think it looks better, much better on someone than it looks in this picture on the screen that we're looking at as well. That's one other thing that I would say about it. And to finish it off, the most controversial one.
Yeah.
So there's only one that made the S tier for the Discord, and this was the one that potentially last week got the most hate from this side of the camera.
Yep.
Crazy behavior putting this at the top.
It's the Puma, also kind of a rainbow-ish. I mean,
The Discord is into the rainbow.
yeah, we need you to break this down for us. I mean, how is this one the clear favorite?
I think we got rainbow. I think that's already like kind of nice. The big color splashes in. And then you have like 3 colors that I think like really work well. It's kind of like it's giving like a dusk or sunset motif. It kind of looks like the sun falling over like the skyline, you know?
It's like an Oxford sunset, actually. Yeah,
It
I
looks
get
like an
now.
Oxford sunset. Well, look, I just think it's just too similar to their previous kit.
Their previous kit was all orange, right? Is that correct?
Pretty much.
But it did have a bit of a colorway in it though, for some of them.
Are we like just so far from like
I just don't love
the
it when
culture?
when brands are like, all right, the way we're going to stand out, instead of making something like cool, original, we're just going to make it fucking bright as hell, and it'll have no choice but to stand out. Even if people don't like it, or if they do like it, we know it's going to stand out.
But I mean, a lot of people could argue this one is cool and original.
They could, but I think they're leaning too far into let's just make it bright as shit so everyone
You know
will
what
see
it
it.
kind of looks like? It looks like a tennis kit.
It does a little bit.
It looks like a tennis kit. Looks like something that like
Because of the pattern,
the tennis players
like
would wear.
the bigger design.
Yeah.
can see
Which
that.
honestly I don't hate.
I think it went with multicolored shoes,
Really?
like a
Different colored shoes.
different colored.
So they're just going all color.
They're going as let's see how many colors we can fit on this athlete.
wow.
Should we mention Ivan about the Under Armour one that's not there?
Yeah, honorable mentions, couple on the right there.
Yeah, so the honorable mentions that aren't on this Boston list, we'll just go through them quickly. The general normal Nike one, which is a yellow blue, which I feel like is pretty mid.
Yeah,
The colors, like
it's not bad, but
it's not
it's not
bad.
It doesn't stand out to me.
We already mentioned the.
I prefer it to
on-
last year's, which is in that
I liked last year.
Cam Myers picture down there, like the heat
Yeah.
map. I didn't like the heat
that
map.
one. I liked it.
And then also the Swoosh TC Diljit faction.
What are they, blue and grey or something?
It's a bit hard to see because they're all women, and so it's only the generally you don't get like the full singlet. I haven't seen a full singlet version of them, this one, but it is kind of like a pattern. It gives me massive like NXN vibes for some reason, like high school.
I can see that.
But I have to
Checks out
withhold
for Utah.
judgment.
Like-
yeah.
Well, it's hard as well because it's a women's team, right? So you won't get a jersey.
Yeah, well, I mean,
really.
they'll still probably have a singlet version of
They
it,
probably do.
I would imagine. And then we mentioned the under one, which is seemingly just black or grey.
We're putting that in D tier.
That's an E tier, bro.
Absolute D tier. If not, if there was a lower tier, I'd put it in the lower tier.
The Brooks Beast one, which is
It's like a yellow
Navy.
navy.
it's kind of cool though. So I
It
feel
looks
like it's
better
mid.
than their previous ones, but still that fucking high vis.
The NAZ Elite one, which is I saw Jackson wearing a speed suit that was grey. I don't know if that's their current one for this year. Do you know, Ivan?
I think that for all Hoka athletes, if you just get the speed because they didn't want it to be like an all white or gray speed suit for,
Fair enough.
Good move. Good move. Yeah, I guess I don't know if does NAZ Elite traditionally have their own kit? Maybe not.
That's a good question. Honestly, I think
They just
thought they
recently
did.
I think they did, but I think their kit wasn't very dramatically different. Like colorway maybe was the same.
So
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that's our kind of run through
Great
our
breakdown.
official
We did
kit
way
list
better
for
than that than I thought we would.
2026. Well, having the pictures up helps, and also have Ivan here helps a lot. Ivan, thank you so much for coming along and helping us out today. Do you have any other final words that you'd like to depart to the listeners?
Yeah, I fucking love my Amazfit Cheetah 2 Pro PM.
Yeah, boy.
All
Let's
right,
go.
Ivan, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
See ya.
See ya.
Yep.
So good. The
Amazing.
breakdown.
I think,
There's probably some out there still.
yeah, I think we're still probably missing a couple. I think there seems like this must be the year that is by far the most kits,
I think brands are going like more and more variations.
which is
Which
cool.
is cool.
It's
We like
just
that.
fun. It is fun.
We like that a lot. But yeah, I mean, this has been a jam-packed episode. There's been lots to get through. And I think it was really cool. The first time we ever did a Discord integration. So maybe we'll do some more of that in the future. Lots of fun. But yeah, please let us know if you have any comments on any of the things that we talked about. Do you think that the London Marathon is that runners are running faster now than before? And why? Is it just because of the shoes and the fueling? That's a question that I'm interested about. But this has been episode 227 of the Coffee Club podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this week. And we look forward to seeing you all again next week. See ya.
Coffee Club.